The HTML img tag is used to embed an image in a web page. Images are not technically inserted into a web page. Rather, images are linked to web pages. So the tag has two required attributes, which is the src and the alt attributes. So this is an example of how to add an image to a web page. You use the img tag, you add the src attributes, then after that you put an equal to. What should be inside this double quotes is the reference, that is a link to the location of wherever the image you want to use is. And after that, you use the alt attributes and you set it to a value, to a text that describes what the image that you're trying to add to the web page is all about. So this is what I just explained in the previous slide. The required src attribute specifies the path or URL to the image, and the required alt attribute provides an alternate text for an image. If the user for some reason cannot view the image, maybe because of slow internet connection or an error in the src attributes, the value of the alt attribute should describe the image. Image size, using the width and height attributes. You can use the style attribute to specify the width and height of an image. Look at this example carefully. Inside this image tag, there are three attributes. The first one is the src attribute, the second is the alt attribute, and the third is the style attribute. In the style attributes, we assigned a width of 500 pixels and a height of 600 pixels. Alternatively, if you don't want to use the style attribute, you can just go directly and add a width attribute and you say equal to double quotes, then you put the value that you want, maybe 500. Then you say height as well, equal to double quotes, then you put 600. This is what I just explained in the previous slide. Note that the width and height attributes always define the width and height of the image in pixels. Always specify the width and height of an image. If they are not specified, the web page might flicker while the image loads. So, the width, height, and style attributes are all valid in HTML. However, we suggest using the style attributes because it prevents style sheets from changing the style of images. If you want to use images in another folder, you must include the folder name in the src attributes. You can also use images on another server or website, because some websites point to an image on another server, and to do this you must specify an absolute URL in the src attributes. You can also use animated images in HTML. This is an example of how to use animated images in HTML. Image as a link. To use an image as a link, put the image tag inside the anchor tag. Image floating. Use the CSS float property to let the image float to the right or to the left of a text. Run this code in your editor. Just copy it out. This document is always going to be in the classroom. So what you need to do is to download the document, then you copy this code, paste it in your code editor and run it. Common image formats. Here are the most common image file types which are supported in all browsers like Chrome, Edge, Firefox, Safari, Opera. HTML background image. You can also set the background image for your web page, and you do that using the CSS property called background image. There are some conditions that guide how your images are displayed on a web page. If you want your image to be displayed on the entire page, then you must specify the background image on the body elements. If the background image is smaller than the elements you want to add it to, the image will repeat itself both horizontally and vertically until it reaches the end of the elements. background color. If you want the background image to cover the entire element, you can set the background size property to cover. Also, to make sure the entire element is always covered, set the background attachments property to fixed. This way, the background image will cover the entire element with no stretching. Copy the following code, paste it in your code editor, and run it.